Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pacific Grand Western Railway. Today, I have a bit of a what's on my workbench project video to show you. These are projects that are on my workbench that I'm working on. Also, I'll show you some projects that I've made and built to help out with the painting and other materials and what thing that I'll show you how you can make yourself at home and save yourself some money and get on with painting and doing some other work. So with that, I'd just like to say that for the last month I've been a bit under the weather, not feeling very good. That's why I haven't been making very many videos. I've also had a little bit of camera problems and whatever. And my other camera here for the old Zeke, the computer died. So I had to wait until I could find this one to match the software so I could get old Zeke back and running. So now I'm back up and running, and hopefully I can keep going now from here and making more videos. So with that, I'll show you what's all on the workbench and some homemade projects you can use for your workbench to save yourself some money and for your hobby enjoyment. So let me swing the camera around and adjust things here. We'll bring it down. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that girl in the picture and the thing is my fiance and future stepdaughter. So she's part of the Pacific Grand Western Railway group. So, oh, please ignore that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting enough of those. To start with, this is a real handy tool. This was a Atlas snap saw, which was one of these things originally. As you can see, I cut it down and made it flat. So it's got a flat blade, just a blade. And this is really handy for if you've got to get into something and cutting along flat stuff, surfaces, whatever, is extremely handy tool. And I'm glad I made this. And these Atlas snap saws are the greatest thing since wampum. They're wampum, however you want to pronounce that crazy thing. So these are a couple of, these were food salad tongs I got out of, well, these ones actually come to me free. I did that thing there, but I had to buy the pads. But these were salad tongs out of, well, we have Dollarama here in Canada. I don't know downstairs, you probably have them down there too. These are about, I think they're about $2.50 a piece. The packet of these are pads for putting under your the Chesterfields or tables or whatever, so don't mark your hardwood floors. These were 4 for $1.25. These work really good for painting. If you got a body shelf you want to paint, you can put it in there, and you can hold your body shelf for you can spray around. They don't fall off easy, and you can use it for spraying up your body shelves or whatever in there. So these are for these for about under $5. In about 15 minutes work, you can make yourself a nice holder for painting. And if you can get the square pads that fit on there, that would be nicer. Unfortunately, the Dollarama I went to didn't have any. All they had was these big round ones. And I really didn't feel like tracing all over Toronto trying to find a Dollarama with them in, so I used them. But this one's a tiny bit smaller one, but does the same thing. You just slide it down, and again, pop it in there, and there you can hold your model for painting and whatever. For about under $5, about maybe 15 minutes work, you can make a nice holder that you're paying about $25, $30 for at a hobby shop. Sorry, hobby shops, I'm not hooked by them, but if you're frugal on a budget, they're handy. And these things are also a pair of rod with some alligator clips. These are also handy for making up for if you want to do some spray painting, holding small parts, small spruces. You can hold them. You can also drill a hole what you want to make for putting in a hole for holding them for painting. These things are kind of expensive if you buy a set of them. And you can make these for probably less than 50 cents a piece and yourself. And they're just a rod with I clamped the alligator clip onto it and soldered it for, again, 5-10 minutes work, you can save yourself a few bucks. This other thing I got is this used to be a stand lamp. And these are alligator clips. I'm doing the same thing. I put a threaded rod into it so it comes, and eventually I got to find some nuts. This will go in there. You can tighten the nut up, one each side for holding car bodies or whatever you want for painting. Let me bring this up a little bit into the bend it down here. For holding it for painting, these will go on there, screw in here for painting. And also this one was just a socket. This was an old light, one of those office lights, that directional office light that ball part shorted out, the socket sorted out. So I took all the wiring out of it. I filled in where the switch was, and I made this screws off. If you want a short one. And I found this nice piece of flat aluminum. We'll go back on there. You can put nut back on. And again, you have something to hold with these, go in it wherever you want. You can go up. I can pull the camera up with it. You can go up. You can go any which way you want for positioning stuff, for painting your equipment, cars or locomotives or whatever you want. Or with these things, you can hold some spruces, whatever, to paint stuff. So that is a handy thing. And that's for something that was going to be thrown out, it's you can got the nut. Just take this bulb section like down here. Take this bulb section off and the socket out of it, and you got a nice paint holder for doing all kinds of projects. You can put on there for holding stuff for with the alligator clips in it. You can also use it for doing soldering work, holding pieces together and stuff where you can see it close for doing soldering. So we're not only painting, there's all kinds of different things you can do with it, which is handy. And I got to get some more washers and nuts. This is just stuff that's in the process of being put together as I find it. And it's something that can be sewn out. You can probably find them at a yard sale or whatever. Just a little table stand lamp for you can pick them up for a couple of bucks, or if somebody's got one, like I said, with the socket gone, shorted out, they want to toss out, and you can use the switch for other electronic stuff, and make yourself a nice little paint stand holder for soldering stand or whatever you want to make. I just dropped everything on the floor. Another thing that I found that I thought would be easy is when you're working on the workbench, I just put this together. Then pads in there. And this was the back piece of a TV I cut out for plastic. So this was a personal fan I mounted onto there. If you're doing soldering, sometimes you put this beside where you work to blow the solder smoke away from you, and fumes away from you, or even for painting stuff like that once in a while, or gluing. You can put it at the end of your bench. Will blow the fumes and smoke away from you. This is I crazy glued it to the plastic. Then I put JB weld around bottom here. It's all got JB weld around it, so that's why it don't look pretty right now. Once that hardens, I can trim it all up and sand it all up, make it look nicer. So that's the projects for that. Also, if you got some old cars, like, don't throw them away, scrap them. This one I still got to get a piece of for it. But these were a couple of, this started out as two Tyco Union Pacific hopper cars. That one had brake wheel end smashed, broken, and another one had back non-brake wheel end smashed and broken. I cut them apart, joined them in half, and made up my own 6-bay hopper car, work car for my line, for our soon to be what I'm making. Whoops. In the process of making is a wood chipper car. It'll go behind it. The arm will come out, chute will come out and blow over here. It'll blow the wood chips from when we're clearing the line, knocking down trees and shrubs, rather than just leave it beside the track and make a mess. You can tidy up, throw all the chippers in here. It'll chip everything up, blow everything into here. You can take it away and dump it and make a compost pile. Seeing as Pacific Grand Western Railway is real conscious for the environment. But I just got to get another Tyco hopper cart smashed up and get the frame piece to splice. But these were two hopper cars, Tycos, that were, would have been otherwise thrown out. Now I got a work car for a few minutes work. And this is something I was online, that speaking of environmental thing, I was online potting around one day looking at pictures and stuff on Pinterest and some of those places. And the guy had a drawing out for a carbon capture car, where this is the front with the brake wheel. This is the front going down behind the locomotive train. The carbonated air goes in here. It takes the carbon out of it. The carbon all sinks to the bottom of the tank as liquid. Then clean air comes out this side. It was just something a guy drew up for taking the carbon out of the air and capturing the carbon. Down here I got to put doors on it. These are the battery compartments. There would be doors each side of it, 5 doors each side. I haven't got them. I'm just in the process of making this. I got to make little funnel things that on this end. I got to get some thin plastic from the hobby shop to do that. But I thought, seeing it on thing, I took up downloaded the picture of it. I thought, for the hell of it, for our line, being that the nice environmentally sound company that we are, Pacific Grand Western, I thought it'd be a heck of a good car to run behind our locomotives to help save the environment. Now, if you believe all that, I have a bridge for sale in Surrey. And this is just another thing I seen online on Pinterest. The guy had this made up, only he had a real one. The headlights in there don't stick in very good. But the real one was made out of a Kenworth. Well, when I seen this, I didn't happen to have a spare Tyco Kenworth that I could spare, but I had lots of spare Aster and Freightliner cab overs. So I got a Roco chassis, extended it, got some freight trucks, Talgo freight trucks, and put the knuckle Katy couplers in. Eventually, I'm going to change these to River Rossi. I'm going to put Rapido steel wheels in it, but this will go on the track that rolls along the track for a track car, truck for hauling our signals and stuff. And it's going to be repainted into the Pacific Grand Western Railway colors eventually, but I'm still working on it. But let's say I'm going to change the plastic wheels over to metal. I'll help out a little bit. This is just a little army truck that I had to repair. I got in a junk lot that just using for a little work truck. This started out as a Tyco, one of those remote control unloading box cars that was all smashed up and broken in one end and pieces missing. So I cut it down. The end was all smashed up. So I cut down and I got another Tyco flat car that had steps off one end. So it don't matter. I can put new steps on and ladders on the box car. It's got them on this end. I put the brake wheel on it. These were parts off a roundhouse little flat car. This comes out the center and goes in just for holding. It's like a little supply car. These were off of another, I believe they're a lifelike work car of some kind. I got on there. Then you got this end for putting crates or whatever on. Just made a little, making a little work car, supply car for the layout. Work car. And this is being made as a shower car. I got to put the amount of the air hoses, well, I don't put a couple of them, but this is a shower car for the work train. For shower, this was an old Marx box car that came in. The ends were all smashed up on it. Pieces were missing off it. It was in pretty rough shape. Pieces ended off here. I had to put new on it. So I decided to, missing doors and everything for it. The tracks were all broken. So I decided to make it into a work car rather than throw it out. And that's one thing, if you're new to the hobby, or even old timers, if you got some of the old cars, rather than throw them out, do like the real railways did. Make them into work cars. You can, there. And this will be a water car that will go with that. This was another, I don't know the make of the tank car. We just got a lot of stuff off of eBay. It had some cars in it and some tank car that had a busted up frame, but the tank was still good. This is a Tyco Mantua flat car. And anybody that's been in railroading for a while, you'll probably get about a zillion of them dang things. These have the tractors on them and all kinds of stuff on them. So it, again, rather than throw it out or anything, I made it into a water car that will go behind that. This is was an old, I don't know what make this was, but it was an old, could have been a play art. I think this was a play art. This was an old box car that the ends and stuff were missing. Some pieces were missing off it, and a little bit not in the greatest of shape. So I made a power car out of it. And this is the door is out of the back of an F7. Oh, this has been cut out. There, that will show you. This door here is on the back of your F7s. See if I can get some light on it to show you a bit better. I have this door in here. I cut all this away from it, salvaged the door, and that's what's also is on here, is out of there, both sides, and on the ends. Or the door is out of the, you get some old scrapped F7 shells. The pieces are all broke off or smashed up. Like this one's all, everything's off it. It's not worth it. It's just a train set engine that's worth $5 if it is running good shape. That's not really worth putting any money into. So this one is an Athearn. It's got a few issues. I haven't decided exactly yet whether I'm going to salvage the steps off it. I need a couple things for another project, but it's kind of not in too bad a shape. So I'm not really decided on this yet, what I'm going to do with it. But again, that's stuff that you need salvage for doors. These are pieces out of other locomotives, scrap locomotives. These are ladders off some other scrap boxcars. This was out of a scrap locomotive. This was out of an Alco, scrapped Alco RS3. And the fans, everything out of some Tyco C30s that were scrapped. These are roundhouse. And again, this is the power car for your work train. Then I got this one. Was a surplus lifelike early Varney. These were the early Varney models the Lifelike took over. Had an extra flat car round. Then again, this tank car come off of a set that was frames all smashed up. So I put it down, put it on here to make the fuel car for the work train. This was off another tank car for the couplings. This will be the fuel car for the work train. Pardon me. And another thing that's real important for your hobby, for your workbench, is a good mug of your favorite brew. Or, in some cases, good can for your whatever you like to drink, or bottle. And this is a work process. I'm just in the process of making. Is one of the Model Railway magazines. I don't know who it was. A guy had a couple of Cox graders, and he made a car for it goes on the track for pushing the cars in and out of a grain elevator. He made it for. This one I'm just gluing the fenders on. And these are, believe it or not, are Nuxiva cap off of some kind of a Nuxiva lotion. For I found on around the bus stop one day. And I thought, oh, round thing might be good. What works out good for fenders. I'm just letting them dry, and I gotta sand them and screw them up. And wheels will go inside of it. I'm going to put them on the front too, but I'm working on the back for now. So this was the two Cox graders that this comes off. What I did is on his, he just left the cab the regular way and thing there. This one, I cut the cab off from the back and I reversed it because this is the front now. So I reversed it so the door is forward, going forward. So I'm going to get some little plastic and seal up around windows so I can put glass in it. But again, this I'm just working on. And I'm having a heck of a time getting the fenders, so I'm hoping these work out. So that's just a little project that if you got a couple of Cox road graders that are broken up, or don't have to be Cox, anything that's HO scale, broke up, you can turn them around and make a little work engine for something to do. And it's realistic. They have them made. The other one, he didn't put fenders on his. I just, for the heck of it, kind of like fenders of mine. These are just a couple of old, I think they're Hornby or something like that. Just a couple of old British cars. This was an old British tank car that was rough shape. I had to sand him all down, seal up, take him apart, weight him down, and put new. These are actually old-fashioned style staples they used to use in the old days for steps. Put them on, but I haven't put metal wheels on here yet because these are larger than the ordinary freight cars in United States and Canada. So eventually down the road I might change it over. And this one again is just the same thing, just a little, I don't know if the name's on it. Oh, this is made in China, 1996. Huawei, I guess it is. Huawei, made in China. Version of a little, oh, this is just some scrap metal in it, just for holding. This is a Tyco three-wheel truck that the pin was broken, but you can drill them off and use these holes, or drill a hole in the center and reuse them again. Done that, so never throw them out. They can always be reused. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of a. And then I got our old dinosaur. So that's a bit of what's going on the workbench right now. And if you'll see, if I can get it up there, you'll see in the background. Let me see if I can bring this up just a little bit. If you can see in the background, I got a River Rossi 210-2. That one runs. I just need the front smoke box cover for it. And I got to hook up that's a Mantua Vanderbilt tender, but I got to hook up the power system for it, so it powers it. This one is a brand new, I bought this one kit, brand new Mantua 462 Pacific kit with the tender, Vanderbilt tender. Again, I just got to hook the power wires up for it. And sitting over in the corner is the pride of the line. I'll give you a little, see if I can get a little bit better. Over in the corner there is a 1952. That was a brand new kit when I bought it about 5 years ago. I was working at Greyhound in Vancouver. It came up for sale on eBay. I wound up paying $500 for the kit, but I really wanted it. That is the 1952 Barney rigid frame 484 Northern locomotive. That runs good, perfect. I put it together one Christmas. It runs perfect. I just got to fix a little bit of the valve gear, and I've been adding detail to it. I got a electrical feed water heater I'm putting on it, and I got to finish putting the handrails, everything on it. It's a work in progress. But that one takes a 24-inch radius curve, so I can't run it on my test layout because it won't go around an 18 or 22-inch radius. So I got to wait until I get I have tried it on the workbench test track. It does run like a charm. It's a lovely running locomotive. I just got to get a bigger layout to run him on. But in the meantime, that's I work on it as I get the spare parts. I work on it. So that's some of the other. This was you've seen in one of my old videos. This was a Globe shell, that thing. I put on an Aspen hi-fi drive. It runs perfect. I'm missing a number board and a horn, but as I find them, I'll put them on it. So that is the equipment. These are just whoops, he comes apart. Come on, let go. Hang on a second. He doesn't want to. I'll bring them both up. Oh, that's why. Horn hooks, they hold together. These are made up for the line for conversion cars. If it's got a knuckle coupler one side, and a horn hook the other. So if you're trying out trains, again, this was an old Kurtzcraft car that was apparently they were quite the meow in the day in 1952, but it was pretty badly damaged. and everything. As you can see, I had to fix up a lot of the sides and everything. So I turned it into a conversion car for the line for, you got trying out cars with horn hooks, and you got your engine's got knuckle couplers on that way, or vice versa. You got knuckle couplers on, horn hook on your locomotive, a knuckle on your cars. You can put it whichever way you want for doing that. And this one's the same thing. This guy is pretty near ready for painting. This one I got, as you'll see, I got the cut for a cut bar and everything on it. All the handrails are on it. This one's ready for it. This is the same thing. A knuckle coupler one side, a horn hook the other. This one is for doing the passenger trains. If you got passenger cars, you put this one ahead for doing the passenger cars, etc. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a brief wrap up of what's on the workbench, and there'll be some other projects coming up, and I'll update you on the carbon catcher car as I get going more on it. I do have to get to the hobby shop to get some more supplies, but that's just a few things that's on the workbench, and a few things. Rather, this too. This was a Tyco caboose, like the standard Tyco caboose. I cut and shortened down to make that out of. So if you got cars on your set or something, maybe you want to upgrade to the newer ones, and you got a bunch of the older Tycos or the older cars that your thing, rather than throwing them out, turn them into work cars or something else for your, repurpose them for your railway. So you save some money and do like the old railways used to do. Make something for your own line, whatever. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in. And if you can leave a comment, like, share, thing, or give me a thumbs up or whatever. If you could go back and view some of my older videos, if you get a chance, that all the views help out and push my channel algorithm along better. So it's getting up there for the views. And I'll see you on another video. And from all of us at Pacific Grand Western Railway, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.